Devastating flooding in Australia, catastrophic landslides in Brazil. There's been damaging weather around the world this week. Some of these events linked to the phenomenon La Niña. It's a cycle that has a much different influence, though, here in Central Texas. KXAN meteorologist Natalie Stoll has more.
Things are pretty devastating.
In Australia's third largest city, Brisbane, there have been dozens of dramatic rescues from fast-moving flash floodwaters. 35,000 homes have been destroyed. Dozens have died and even more are still missing.
As we look across Queensland and see 3/4 of our state having experienced the devastation of raging floodwaters, we now face a reconstruction task of post-war proportions.
And some are tying the flooding rains to La Niña, a phenomenon where the water in the eastern Pacific Ocean cools and drastically changes long-term weather patterns. Northern Australia typically sees more rain during a La Niña event, and December 2010 was the wettest on record for Queensland, northeast Australia.
Generally, parts of Australia does get more rain over La Niña period, but you can't just single out one event. It has to be a long-term process over maybe several months.
Closer to home, La Niña typically means drier, warmer conditions for the southern U.S. But we got an inch of rain last weekend in Austin. That's true, but over the La Niña period since October, we're drier than normal and moderate drought even.
We are still many inches below normal since the rainfall, let's say, since October. We should be nearly 10 inches in Austin, and we're barely over 3 inches total.
So what does this mean as we move closer to spring?
They actually have models to track the ocean temperatures like La Niña and El Nino, and the models show that the La Niña should be lasting all the way through spring, maybe even early summer.
Below normal rainfall could mean slowly falling aquifer and reservoir levels and possible water rationing for many of us. Now, La Niña and El Nino also impact the hurricane season, which begins here in June. And if La Niña keeps going through early summer, that could make for an active start to the hurricane season.
That's true. The worst impact for us probably, though, this potential drought that is going to continue. Hopefully we'll get enough rain this weekend to make a little dent in the drought. I think we might, Natalie. The rainfall projections for this weekend are going up just a little bit. More on that.